take us on a little exploration of Overland Park, Kansas. And Overland Park, Kansas, otherwise, other than being known as a kind of a bedroom suburb of Kansas City, it's probably one of the fastest growing cities in the Kansas City area. And Overland Park does have a downtown, which I'm on. And this road that I'm on is actually the Santa Fe Trail. And it's a really nice morning. But the reason Overland Park has its name is back in the 1800s when people traveled, to the west, the expanding United States. There were two ways to go. One way was kind of hazardous and long and very expensive, and that was to get on a ship on the East Coast and sail all the way around South America. I'm going to take this roundabout here and go back around. And then come out on the West Coast of, California, Oregon, wherever you were going. Pack yourself, your family, and all your goods. And usually it was San Francisco that people were going to. But the other way was the overland route, which means that you traveled overland. And that was even more hazardous and longer, but most people didn't have a lot of money, so that's the way they'd have to go. And you would outfit yourself in a wagon with a team of usually oxen to pull it and head west. And the jumping off point was usually Kansas City, Missouri. Actually, before there was Kansas City, there was Westport and Independence. And people would jump off in those areas. And this trail here is the Santa Fe Trail. There were three trails that branched off from each other, and Santa Fe, Oregon, and California trails. And this one that we're on was more of a commercial route, first with trade with Spanish America, and later after Mexico got its independence with Mexico. And then after the 1840s, after the United States had a war with Mexico and captured and ceded the southwestern part of the United States, it was this trade with Santa Fe, which was an American city. And so Overland Park wasn't really much of anything other than a crossroads until about 1950, when the suburbs started booming. And now Overland Park is a fairly good-sized city. And I talk a lot about the auto trails, and this is the final branch of the Jefferson Highway right here, Metcalf, heading straight south. The original Kansas City Road actually follows roughly along I-35, and that was the military road, and this is the road that sort of replaced that, the Jefferson Highway. And that was right before, it was the original path they wanted to take, but it wasn't finished enough for their liking, so they took a more meandering but more finished route to the west at first, and then eventually Metcalf became Jefferson Highway. Anyway, I'm going to take the doggies out for a little walk and see what we can see. Even today, Overland Park, even downtown, is growing, as we can see. We'll park right up here. See how long? 2-hour parking. Good. Park right up here and walk the doggies. So, woohoo! Come on, doggies. I can see here that the markers were placed along the trail. This is the easternmost marker here. It is a blessing to have such well-trained dogs. It is amazing how fast it's grown in such a short period of time. Pretty neat. I am a big fan of mid-century modern and the signage of that era, which is called Googie, or sometimes known as doo-wop or populux, more closely associated to 1950s space age. Everything is great, the future is bright kind of imagery, and Overland Park has a great example here. This Chinese restaurant here, Dragon Inn. Love this sign. This is great. William B. Strang Jr., 1857 to 1921, founder of Overland Park. You know, most people in this area sort of take for granted that this place has a history, and the history is actually pretty interesting. It's like everywhere. But, you know, we drive by it every day. We don't even think, we don't even look. It's a great thing to take the time once in a while and get out of your car and walk around and explore a bit. And the doggies sure love it. Overland Park. Should give it a visit sometime. All these shops are closing. I wonder if that's because they're building a lot of condos, and who knows. Looks like they may be getting ready to tear all this down and build condos here. And let's not forget the Rio. Overland Park has a beautiful old theater. It's currently closed right now. They're repairing a sewer line. They plan on announcing their reopening soon. But I noticed the shops on the other side of this are also closing and moving out. So, you know, I wonder. You should always appreciate things while they're here, because you never know. They may not be here forever. Let's hope that's not the case for the Rio, because this is a beautiful building. Look at that streamlined modern design. Well, we're going to end our tour of Overland Park here on Metcalf. Also, the last version of Jefferson Highway before it was replaced by the U.S. Highway. And I hope this was an enlightening and accurate, but if it's not accurate, please let me know in the comments. And also share and subscribe to these videos, because the more I see it, the more people show they appreciate it, the more I'll do it. And if you have any ideas or suggestions, just let me know in the comments. Anyway, thank you.